There we go. All right. So going to do that again. I'm going to go to, I'm using Edge, partially because I don't like to use Chrome when I'm recording, because I tend to screw up the recording when I do that. So I am going to go to GitHub. So, and I'm going to go to my site. And just go there, and we'll make a new repository. One of the things, if you're doing this from the web page, you'll have to do it here. And I'm going to, got repositories there. I'm looking for, here's a place to say new.
Are we going to do a repository for our?
Yeah, I'm going to make a new repository. It's hard to see what's going on. Oh, I have to sign in.
We're starting the website from zero, or using the stuff that we did today and last week?
I'm just going to post this up. This is just for post it to GitHub. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
So to do any of this stuff, you have to sign in. So you have to sign in to make a new repository.
Oh, that's why I can't see your repository?
You should be able to see mine. For which? You can't see any of my stuff? If you go to GitHub/spconger, there's stuff there. Where do you? I think you're looking at a particular repository. All right, so I can do a new repository. And I'm going to call this, so this is our sample client, so I'll just call it sample client. You can give it a description. It needs to be public. If you do private, they'll want you to give them a credit card.
But if you're a student, you get like 4 free private.
Yeah, but you have to register with your student account. So I'm going to initialize with a get, with a README. I'm going to create the repository. And sample client, that's my README. That's good enough for me. I'm going to upload files. And notice it says you can drag them on there or you can choose your files. Right now I'm going to just choose them. And this is all in that, the thing I did on the blog. I'm going to go to Visual Studio 25, websites, sample service client. Actually, I didn't do it there, did I? Is that it? Default ASPX CS. Oh. Where is this? No. No, already. All right, so there we are. I think this is the one I did, I hope. It is today. Good, thanks. I could have looked at that. I didn't, though. So I'm going to do open. And it should pull them all up. But it didn't. Something went wrong and we can't process that file. Default ASPX CS. Hide. No. It should list all the files. So I'm going to go back one more time. Choose your files. I wanted to show you that it won't do everything, but open. Uploading 1 of 4 files. Why won't it do the rest of them?
And you get to drag the directory separately.
Well, even if you drag the directory, does it work? Because usually what I had to do, but it's only uploading the one file.
Yeah, well, it's saying it said something went wrong.
Right, but what, I wonder. So let's go back there. All right, so documents. I never had any trouble when I did it at home. This isn't how I usually do it, but we'll do sample service. And I'm just going to try dragging. So we've already got the default. Still not doing them. All right. So it's nice to do a thing when film it when it doesn't work. So I'm going to go back to SP Conger. I'm going to delete this and start it over. So I'm going to go to repositories, sample client. It has nothing in it, but if I go to open sample client, and if I go to settings, this is really hard to navigate in Zoom.
No one is looking.
Well, let's see what happens if I unzoom, if it's readable. So that's still readable.
Yeah.
I just don't even know what to do with them.
So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. Delete this repository,
Everything is.
sample repository. Is that the name of it? Sample client. So just client? So sample client, there it goes. So I'm just deleting it so that I can start over. New repository. Sample client again. All right. I'll initialize it with a README. I'm going to create the repository. All right, so I want to upload files. I'm going to choose my files. I'm going to highlight everything, and hopefully it won't crash. There, see, it worked. It didn't upload the folder, but it did upload everything else. I'm going to show you how to add the folder. The first thing I'm going to do, commit. Every time you do something, you have to commit the changes. So I'm going to commit. I'm just going to say web pages. It would be really useful to have a naming convention for these commits. Mine are all chaotic. It would be really good to have a naming convention for them. I'm going to commit. Okay, so now we have those up there. But I also want to get the stuff that's in the folder. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just after you're done, because I still can't get mine to work.
Oh, I'll come around in a moment. So I'm going to add it, do like a new file. And the file that I want to add, so let's look at this real quickly, is app_web references. So I'm going to do app_web references. Did I spell that right?
Sorry.
And inside of that, I'm going to do book review service reference. So I'm going to just do a slash there. Book review service reference, and is that what it was called? It'd be nice if I had more than 5 minutes memory. Service reference. And I think that's all I have to do. But it won't let you make an empty one. So I'm going to just do like, I'll just call it a placeholder txt because it needs to have something in the file. And I'm just going to, down here, just type, this is just to hold the directory. It won't let you have an empty directory. So having done that, I'm going to go down and commit these. And I'm just going to say commit directory. And I'm going to commit it. Now I'm still in that directory, and I can do upload files. And I'm going to choose my files again. This time I'm going to go into my directory, and I'm going to get all of these. And I'm going to open. And then I'm going to commit, I would call commit service files. And I'll commit it.
That has to be from within your GitHub folder, right?
What?
That has to be from within your GitHub folder.
This is within the GitHub.
Yeah.
So this is doing it all from the web page. I usually use the Windows client, which is actually easier, and the command line is even easier yet. One of the things about the Windows client are the command line is you don't have to do this. It just automatically uploads the directory structure. But if you're doing it from the web page, it generally won't. So notice that we have all this. So I can do default ASPXCS, and it has the code that we just did. And if I go back here, I also managed to get the code into here, right? That goes there. And I think if I look at it here, it'll actually show it as XML. This is the XML that's auto-generated for you. So we did that. That's in the client too. Basically, if you want to add folders and stuff. Again, from the Windows, it's really much easier. And from the Windows client and from the command line, it's easier. You can download those. I think in the little tutorial I put on the blog, there's a link to where you can download the Windows client. The Mac client too, I have never used the Mac client, so I don't know about it, but I presume it's pretty similar to the Windows client. But you can do it all from the web page if you want. I think that's all. The thing that's nice here is once you've got this, so you're at the that you just go up to the top, copy the address, and you can paste it into Canvas where it says share URL, you know, and it works just fine. Okay. That wasn't as coherent and as nice as I wanted. Do you want me to do again, or you guys got it? It's also written down step by step. So I am going to real quickly, so I'll kill this video, and then I will